Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome into North Dakota today. A very exciting time for our region. The Fargo Little League team making waves as the first team from North Dakota to make it to the Little League World Series. It's taking place this year in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Joining us now to fill us in on all the details is Valley News Live Sport Director Devin Fry. Welcome, Devin.
Hi, Devin. Good morning.
I'm not normally up this early, I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little bizarre for me to be awake this early, but you know, it's fine.
We're happy to have you. Yeah. So really big news, as we just mentioned, for our region and especially for you and your coverage. What's going on?
Well, it's massive. Like for these players, for these parents, everybody involved with the team, this is what they go for every single year, and every other year they have fallen just short of making it. So for this to be the first North Dakota team to make it to the Little League World Series, that's already a big deal in and of itself. It really doesn't matter, frankly, how they do in the Little League World Series. They've already won. They're the first team from North Dakota to represent the state down at that stage. So proud of these kids, first of all. Like, you can't put into words how much of an honor it is to be on that stage that everybody knows about. Everybody knows what the Little League World Series is, and it's at a good time too, because it's preseason football. There's no basketball yet. Baseball is still in the regular season, so not a lot of people are looking for more things to watch. And now we have the Little League World Series that we can dive into every single year, and so it's fun. It adds to the most wonderful time of the year for our sports department here as we get closer to the fall.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Our huge sports department of 2 members.
Yeah, our big old 2-man sports department. We run a big ship over there.
You really do, though. You wouldn't guess it was that little of a team.
No.
Do you really want to get into the details of what coverage looks like between the two of you?
That's what you said is kind of what we try to do. We focus on quality storytelling. That's our whole thing. And so we find what we can with the amount of people that we have, which is 2. One thing that's coming up at the end of the week is our Friday Night Live. High school football starts on Friday.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I don't know how we got here. But so we have expanded our football coverage quite a bit, and for a 2-man department, I have to pull in guys from the newsroom to come help me, and just go get footage. like I'll write it. Like whatever we can do. But so like to expand that, it's always fun. But no, something like this with the Little League World Series, it helps us quite a bit at this time of the year, because we can't necessarily go to Williamsport. It's a little bit out of the budget for us. We gotta save up for Frisco at the end of the year, hopefully. So we don't necessarily get to go there, but we get to experience it from afar and get to bring the highlights to the people, which is what the job is all about.
Well, when you go to these local games, small town, if you're not from here, then you gloss over the names type of thing.
Right.
But when you are at these games and you are talking with parents and you're talking with these players and coaches, this means everything. Oh,
and it's so fun. It's so fun to see the storytelling aspect of these kids accomplishing what they want, accomplishing their dreams. Even if the dream is to make the high school football team, if they make the team, that's awesome. And it's just a cool thing to experience. And that's been my favorite part of my career. I've been doing this since 2017. And so my favorite part of the career is always just the people involved, the stories, the players, the coaches, the parents, everybody involved with those.
Yeah, and they just recently found out they were making it, right?
Yes,
This just happened.
On Friday, they lost to South Dakota in their region bracket. So they had to play South Dakota again in the championship because it was double elimination. They had to beat Iowa, and then they played South Dakota again. That kind of makes it a little bit better that they had to play South Dakota again to advance. But no, so they beat South Dakota to win the Midwest region. So they'll be representing the Midwest down in Williamsport. And so when you see Midwest on the screen, that's Fargo, North Dakota.
Okay.
Representing the entire Midwest. They actually get a first-round bye this year. So they expanded the World Series recently, and so teams are randomly assigned byes every year.
Okay.
So they don't have to play in the first round, that's also awesome.
Okay.
Not so much for me. I would like to, get some highlights in early, but it's fine. So they will play the winner of the Southwest team and the Mid-Atlantic team, which would be either Texas or Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So it's likely going to be Texas. Texas is pretty solid. I think they won their region by run rule, which means they were up by double-digit runs after a certain inning. So it was a pretty, and here's actually the finale of that victory over South Dakota.
Let's go,
My favorite,
Fargo.
the parents will show up here in a second, and the celebration in the stands is just as big as it is on the field. It was such a cool thing to see. obviously wish I could have been there, but even just seeing it from here, it's palpable. You can see how much of a moment that is.
Well, I'm so glad that Sophie set up this segment because we we needed to learn though and make a public plea now. So parents and people going to the games, send us your stuff. How can they send you photos and footage of everything?
Well, sports@valleynewslive.com. Me and my weekend guy Jack, we will get everything that gets sent through there.
Okay.
So anybody going down there, if there's always stories to tell for every trip. If anything goes, we could set up an interview over Zoom in a heartbeat. As much as I don't like doing Zoom interviews, it's better than having no interview.
Yeah.
So if anything goes on down there, or even if you just want to send us video of the team celebrating after a win, or even just the team enjoying their time in Pennsylvania, we can at least put it on our Facebook page to show people, that the team's down there and they're having a ball at the Little League World Series.
Yes. Okay. Anything else we need to know before we let you go do your real job?
Actually, we have a new podcast starting today.
Yeah.
That drops in about an hour. And so that's going to be available on the website, on YouTube. We have it's a video podcast, so we have a full interview with NDSU quarterback Cam Miller, and the full story that Jack did last week on Cavalier football moving up to the 11-man level. We have all kinds of fun stuff on there. It's going to be on the website, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music for audio as well. So that drops today. Valley News Live Sports Overtime.
See, we got you covered.
I am very busy.
Yeah, no, we love that. Thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Of course, thanks for making me wake up.
Yeah. All right, let's go Fargo. We'll be
got it,
cheering
guys.
you on. All right, stick around, everybody. We have your daily dose of motivation right after the break.